Greg.
And Billy.
Together with the Fuji Guys, we got an exciting video on our new Z700EXR, the latest addition to our EXR family of cameras. This is also our first touchscreen camera, so it's quite a fantastic looking camera. In this video, this first look video, Billy's going to take you through basically all the controls on the camera and basically just give you a look at all sides of the camera so you can get a good feel for how it operates and how you'd use it. And at the end, because it's a touchscreen camera, we're going to show you a few cutaways of some of the main touchscreen functions. So, Billy, give us our first look of this beautiful camera.
Thanks, Greg. It feels really nice in the hand, nice and compact, slim style camera like any of our Z series camera, of course. Touchscreen, so basically the back is all screen, which is really cool to look at. But first thing you want to do is take a look at the bottom of the camera. You have the tripod mount, you have the battery cover, and we can just swing that open. And right now, hopefully, I'm just going to put the batteries, rechargeable batteries, into the camera. And of course, the SD card also goes into the slot as well. Okay, so that's basically the bottom of the camera. If we take a look at the front, you can see it's very, very stylish. It says Z Series EXR logo on it because it uses the Super CCD EXR sensor technology. And really turning on the camera is sliding down the lens. And you have the photic optics right there, which is a 5x zoom. And you also have the flash, which is located in the front, which is kind of cool. If we do take a look at the top of the camera, you see that there's a couple buttons. There's one that you can see to the left, it's a microphone. There's also the playback button as well as the shooting button, so that toggles between shooting and playback. And of course you also have the shutter release button, which is one of those half press things where you push halfway down to pre-focus and lock exposure and push all the way down to take the picture. And then you have the zoom controls right up top of there. So that's where you find things on the top. If we take a look at the side of the camera, you have the speaker on the camera, which of course if you're doing videos, you can hear that on camera itself. As well, if you look at the opposite side, we have the spot where you put the strap on the camera, as well as if we pull out this little door here, we have the USB connector, which not only acts as the audio-video connector, but also the USB to download images.
I love the fact that it's attached too.
Yeah, you're never going to lose that. So that's some of the quick look. And of course, if we take a look at the back of the screen, as you can see, it's a 3.5-inch widescreen touchscreen screen. So it's basically all screen. There's really no buttons whatsoever in it. It's virtual buttons that you can press to change different options. Of course, after this, we're going to show you some of the menu features on it.
Okay, well that's great. I think probably before we wrap up, why don't we go to some of those slides now then, and we're going to show our viewers out there some of the main functions of the LCD screen. I think I'm going to warn them though that this is really the first look of the camera, so we're not going to go into extreme detail onto each screen, but I think they'll get a good idea of the main functionality.
Yeah, we'll just show these standard features like the ability to change flash settings, macro settings, switch to different shooting modes, even the movie modes as well.
All right, well let's cut to that now, and when we get back we'll wrap it up then.
Okay. Okay, here's a quick look at the menu on the back of the Z700. You can see there's different button options on the side, things like changing the flash modes, the self-timer feature, and then there's also things like face detection, playing back, and display. So instead of having physical buttons, it's actually a touchscreen. On the first button there, you can take a look. You can see it's a shooting mode option, and you can select things like EXR Auto, the auto mode. There's a scene position, movie mode. There's even natural light and flash mode that takes a shot with flash and another shot without flash. What's really cool is this touch and shoot mode, where basically wherever you touch on the screen, the camera's going to try to take a picture of. So if I touch that object right over there and hold it down, it's going to actually snap the picture for me. I guess I had the flash on there, but again, that's sort of how that feature works. And if we take a look at the actual image, we push the playback button, you can see that's the picture I took it of. If I push the display button, it sort of toggles through having the information, and I can just scroll left and right like that. Or I can actually use the buttons to go left and right as well. So you have different choices in that sense. If I wanted to delete an image, I push that button there, and it gives me the option to delete the image. There you go. And then of course there's different displays. You can view 9 images, a lot more, 100 images on the screen like that. Or search for different images by date, by face, by scene, by type of data. So there's a little bit more file management support on the Z700. And going into the menu, you can do things like edit the image. We can compare images and take a look at two separate images to see the color and whatnot, zooming in on that. There you go. So that's some little features. So again, it's very touch sensitive in terms of the screen. It's pretty good. If you tap on it, I guess you can zoom in automatically. And I push back to get out. So that's just a quick look at some of the menus on the Z700.
Okay, well, now I have a much better idea of how that LCD screen works, and hopefully you out there as well can appreciate some of this new technology and as we move into the touchscreen world of digital cameras. So come back and we'll show you the top features of this camera in our next video, the Z700 top features. And until then, I'm Greg.
And I'm Billy.
And we're the Fuji Guys.
Fuji Guys.